Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. I just got through finishing my daily missions for Pokemon Unite. And it was a pretty rough day. What was up with this one here? Oh yeah, this one was a really bad one. So I started off today, I'm running EXP share, Lapras, and I'm going bottom lane with Inteleon, and this should work out really well because I do lots of damage over time and Inteleon does lots of burst damage, so they can just store up their critical hits. I hit them with my Ice Shard and my Whirlpool, and then they finish it off with a Water Gun. We get every single thing in the lane. Instead, what happens? My Sobble leaves lane, doesn't get any points at all, and tries to invade. I blame Spraggles. And of course he dies, like twice. He just goes straight back to the jungle after dying the first time. So I'm solo in bottom lane versus, who was it? I think it was Slowbro. No, it was Scyther, because the enemy Sobble went into the jungle in order to help out the jungling Rowlet, and they killed him together. And so I was just left to solo versus Slowbro there. And yeah, there was really not much that we could do about that. They got all the objectives. Well, actually, we got most of the objectives, but it just didn't matter because our ally was kind of never anywhere near us, so it was 4v5 the entire time. This one I got surprise invited by Little Hammy. They did an invading squirrel, so they left Mystery Man, who actually happens to be another YouTuber. I didn't try to play with them, but we were in a trio here, and Mystery Man had to solo top by himself while I was jungling because we didn't have enough support. I mean, Lil Hammy was saying supporter needed when we had a supporter, but I couldn't swap off of Decidueye because then we would just have no damage really. And we lost this one. It was actually pretty close, I think, if I remember correctly. Like, we lost. I didn't think we got wiped. I think that they just flipped on us. Well, after I died. Oh, I remember what this was. This actually, we were winning, I think. We were winning most of the game in terms of number of kills and everything, as you can see. Well, I guess Zacian was winning in kills. But then what happened was we got to the Ray fight and we caught out the Caesar, killed him first thing. It was great. And then while my team went to try to kill the Umbreon, the what's it called? The Inteleon popped Unite out of the bushes behind us, killing me immediately with just one, finger guns, liquidation. And then Slowbro united someone, and then it was basically over at that point. We just didn't have it. I guess I should have been closer to my Wigglytuff. Another weird thing that happened was I think that our Blastoise tried to ping that their Unite was ready to go, but then they just used it right before the Ray fight, so we didn't have a Blastoise Unite. It was quite unfortunate. And then this one was awkward because our Espeon kept on swapping characters, and then it looked like they were going to stick to like Mime or Eldegoss or something like, I can't remember what it was, with EXP share, so I took off my EXP share, but then they swapped to Espeon last second. And then it was still fine mostly. Yeah, it was even, but basically what ended up happening here was I was killing them a lot bottom lane. As you can see, I had 10 KOs here. Not that much damage, but I was mostly fighting against lane Gardevoir and lane Sobble. which we should have had an easy time of, but we didn't really have, you know, good attackers or speedsters to really help us out here with that. And so, yeah, so even though what ended up happening was, even though we were 3v2 bottom lane most of the game, top lost to the Umbreon and the Espeon, and then they took the Regieleki, and then they eventually came down, and we fought for like, 2 minutes, as you can see, over the bottom objective. And what ended up happening at the end for this game is they just kept on backcapping, and no one could defend it or take the objective because we didn't have any rip, as you can see. So last game is me on Decidueye, and this was a pretty awkward game because we had jungle Goodra, but they didn't really jungle either. They were more of like a jungle invader. No, it's actually, I'm just now noticing that it's the same Absol from the previous game. So that's interesting. And that's what we're going to show as a replay here today. Alright, so this is Score Shield, Aeos Cookie Goodra that's going into our jungle here. And I called jungle after they did because I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. But, yeah, I'm a team player, so they want to go jungle Goodra. I'll try to make it work. So, I really messed up here. So you want to stand on top of the thing so that the Felstinger hits you instead of the wild Pokemon, but I wasn't able to secure anyway. And it looks like my Espeon wasn't able to secure against the Blissey either. So we just take our safe farm here. They take their safe farm. They're super ahead. We don't have our level 4 yet. So this is going to look awkward because it looks like I'm stopping them from getting level 4, but looking at their bar, they weren't going to make it anyway. Even if they got all of that experience points. I don't get any of that. Espeon gets a little bit. And now things are pretty rough here. As you saw, Goodra only just now finished their stuff here, and I get ejected on for the kill there because Rowlet very threatening, and they're getting their stacks in. There's not much I can do. Our Goodra, I noticed that they're going for the centers and then getting the enemy centers, so I go for here. I start getting pinged by this Espeon, but then I'm saying, like, it's not my fault. Like, look at where our jungler is. Someone has to get it. But then our Espeon's like, oh, well, I'm not going to do this by myself, so I'm just going to go on center. So I end up having to defend bottom lane by myself, which is loads of fun. Now I'm looking for this Inteleon here a little bit because I know that I see them on the map. Even though they're invisible, they're transparent, you can actually still kind of see them. And so they're going up here because they're frustrated, I guess, with me. Jungle's going to start spawning again. Yep, there it is. They're losing top 4v3. So let's take a look at the levels real quick here. Our Ninetales just got level 6, but generally it's like 5 and 6. Our jungler is level 7. Our lane Espeon is level 7. Their lane Buzzwole is level 9, but that's thanks to the power of EXP share and also getting all the farm and getting multiple kills off of me and also our jungler and also our lane partner and also getting all the stacks in. So this is looking pretty rough. Do I have eject here? Okay, I don't have eject, but I try to stop the 40. I can't stop the 40. But I'm like, well, I guess I'll level up to 7 to get my arrows here. They make the mistake of letting me live. So easy snipe. I actually don't know what they did after that. They thought that I was recalling in that bush. No, I don't do that. So I got my objective. I still haven't seen on my map. I don't know where the Buzzwole and the sea are, but I just now see them on the map. And you know, sometimes I know that, so I know that they're definitely going to, you know, fight here afterwards, right? But I kind of don't care this time because it's been a very frustrating match so far. And I kind of want them to break this tower so that we can get more experience points. I didn't know that they did that big of an over. It's only 20. It's not so bad. 20 overcap. This is more of a problem here, though. The fact that they keep on scoring after that. That was a pretty good, you know, soften them up. I'm potentially going after the Blissey here, if I can. Gotta get the jungle, may as well. We saw the Gudra on the map at this point, so we go there, but turns out that no one wants it. They don't even recall, it looks like. Surprised. Oh, there they are, okay. We kill the Axel, kill the Gudra, having a Ninetales is pretty nice there. I die in one liquidation. Again, it happens. I feel like the Ninetales and the what's it called? The Ninetales and the thing should be a lot better together. Like, you can actually wait until they do all their stuns and whatnot. And then I got one on the way out. Do I survive this? I do survive this. Very nice. I wasted that eject. I didn't need it. If you hit the Inteleon, then he goes visible again. And I actually can't see where the Inteleon is, but I know I could see the bullets hitting the wild Pokemon. I didn't really want to die, so I didn't really try to score there. At least they've been doing a good job of getting the experience point, or not the experience, but the objectives. Do I break this? There's no way I break this, right? With a 5 overcap? I guess I do because they're scoring a little bit, but they ended up not scoring. But I'm thinking that they're probably going to die to this Buzzwole here. And they totally do. So I'm trying to cut off the Buzzwole here. He does some nice evasion. Oh, that's why he lived. I was wondering about that. He had a shield. Okay. So it went in through his goal. And then I see the Absol here and I'm like, I don't want any of that. And then I'm trying to steal this farm from him. But then I say, maybe I don't die here. And then I see that they're pushing down there. So let's get some farm on the way down and then meet up with our team. Also want to get level 13. But getting level 13 is more important than saving my teammates. Right there. You get a nice thing there, and then I was saying, oh, well, I know where the last ones are. Cool.
The final stretch.
And that's basically GG, because what's the Buzzwole going to do? I see that he does have Unite, and it would be great if, what? That's our jungler, by the way. I push the Buzzwole away so that he doesn't kill us, and then we just go from there. Very frustrating. Sometimes you just kind of lose at matchmaking. As soon as you've matched with some players, you just automatically have lost. I should not have gone for that. I didn't realize that they were going to do that much damage so quickly. So I know next time that wait for the Unite to run out, or let my allies do it, or like hide in a bush or something like that. I know that Inteleon actually is able to see invisible people, or people hiding in bushes, but just like wait for the Unite to wear off and then go in after they score, maybe. Because then I could have scored and then based and then jumped. But maybe that was not a good idea. So I had already called out that I'm going bottom lane, but then I see that there are 4 up top, so I figured that the Ninetales can actually handle this by themselves. Always target the Blissey, by the way. That's actually one of the reasons why Comfey is so broken, is because you can't target it and stop them from healing. One thing that I wish I could do more is like not have to play hyper carries in solo queue. Like, I played 4 games because I had to score 100 points.
Time's up.
And so that was what, you know, I was just doing that in order to get the 100 point score. But it's sometimes pretty frustrating because like I want to support the team, but sometimes there's just not a team to support, and you just want to be a team player, but everyone just wants to lose in solo queue. It's very important to them to lose. Where's that thing where I was trying to score 100 points? Yeah, it was for the score challenge. And yeah, I could probably do this over standard battles or something, but yeah, I'd rather just play ranked, unless I'm practicing a new Pokemon. So that was today's highlight. I think I'll probably do short videos like this rather than having the long streams where you watch all of my CPU matches that I do every day. Yeah, I had no idea that the Goodra actually went to Batcap instead of zoning the one person that could make us lose there. Because if I had gotten hit by the Buzzwole Unite instead of the Ninetales, we actually probably both would have died, and then we would have just lost probably, I'd imagine. Because we only had Espeon and I forget what the other one was. Espeon and Trevenant were the only ones remaining. But good on the Buzzwole for knowing their win condition. They definitely, you know, backed off when they saw their team die. They, you know, targeted the back line directly. They did everything that they could, but unfortunately for them, on their side, you know, our Goodra was the thrower on our side, but their Goodra was the thrower on the other side because they were way on our side of the map at 210 for no reason when they could have been in position to take the Ray fight. Let me just show that again, I guess. We're not going to show the whole thing. We're going to speed up to 8 times. I wish that, you know, you could just record it as a video and then, like, seek within it, but that's all right. I'll probably also get better at these recordings as time goes on.
Ready, go!
I wonder why they lost so badly top lane. What, died already? What did he die from? Oh, he died to Gudra? To Gumi? Oh yeah, he's dying real bad. I did not see what item set the tree had. So here's the board top. I'm actually not that opposed to, if you're losing lane real bad, I'm okay with abandoning lane. I do it pretty frequently. Oh, you're at half health, man. What are you doing? Oh no, Ninetales. You can't hit those walls like that. Another mistake that they did was definitely have sending all 5 of them up here. I mean, they didn't send all 5, but I saw that there were 4, and I took the risk of scoring down here. If the Gumi had been bottom lane, then we wouldn't have been able to get these scores off. That puts us in the lead, briefly. Then they do a huge overcap here. And this is a lot of catch-up experience that they give us here. 5 seconds, I mean, they did leave before we had jump pads, so they had that going for them. And they had attacking on multiple fronts. Yeah, I don't know why Gucci's on the outside of the map like this. There's no reason. He should be like maybe over here. Or maybe like here. Man, I wish that I didn't die in one hit. I wish that the Ninetales like took even one of those for me. Because they actually stopped it if they hit someone else. Very similar to Glaceon, by the way. One thing you can do to stop Glaceon Ice Spears is have someone else go in front. Also Muse boosted attack as well. I can't actually see the HP bar of the Selgor. If I had, then I would have just stolen it with the arrow instead of trying to hit the Inteleon. Oh, that was left on 1. That's wild. I didn't even see it. I wasn't even trying to score there or anything like that. But yeah, this right here, this is the game losing play. Why are they here? I mean, it's 30 seconds until, so, yeah, that's not so bad. I'm glad that we were willing to use my moves there, because that shield actually saved him. So they back off, because, you know, they've caused our Gudra to use their Unite move. So now they don't have it. Our Trevenant has also used their Unite move. And this is where I usually would back off as well, because you got their Unite moves, and that's what you were trying to do. Now that you've pressured them to using their Unite moves, you just back off, and now they just have a wasted Unite move, and they won't have it in the next 10 seconds. But this Goodra stays way too long, and then their teammates come out to try to save him. Blissey does not Unite anyone here. I mean, they heal a little too late because the guy died there. Oh, there's the Unite. It was just a little late there. And the fun fact, the Bliss Assist, it actually makes Blissey take a portion of the damage that you would have gotten. So if you hit both the Blissey and the person that he Bliss Assisted, then you're actually ultra killing Blissey. I probably should have gone to the top side there. Thank goodness for this Trevenant being a true defender. One of these days I'm just going to have a stream where I have one replay and I watch the entire game from each of the 10 different people's perspectives and talk about, you know, all the things that they could have done better, all the things they did pretty well. There's just so much going on all at once. This is pretty good of them to make a one push, but I would have stuck together as a team. Because, I mean, they basically get there at the same time anyway. And then this Goodra, once again, I mean, I guess they were getting their Unite move, but like, you know, why were they behind? Everyone else was already there. They needed to take a team fight together. So wild.
Five, four,
Now Blissey's giving up.
2, 1. Time's up.
Alright, this Absol, that's a real one. You never know. Always try to the last second. Okay, well... Oh wait, what? I was about to forgive them. Oh wait, I can forgive them somewhat. They like don't really play. Fewer than 1,000 games. Seems like they just kind of do whatever. That's a lot of Goodra in a row. They're just grinding. They're probably higher ranked than I am. Doesn't say your number. No, they're not higher ranked than I am. The Ninetales is higher ranked than I am, though. Alright, that's my analysis for the day. Hopefully you enjoyed. There'll be more of these in the future. I basically play Unite every day, so if I get a juicy thing to go over, then I'll record it. I'll see you next time. Take care, and goodbye.